The National Board for Small-Scale Industries has assured that it will soon begin disbursement of government stimulus package despite initial challenges. According to the board, the delay was due to some technical challenges encountered with the registration process. The board is giving the assurance that it is extending the deadline after it has actually extended the deadline for application by 6 days. Aboagye-Wiafe is Executive Director of the National Board for Small-Scale Industries.
I mentioned that we were ready, and I think that over the past few weeks, we have been saying that we're working towards it. And yes, we have been working towards it. As I mentioned, as we were about to download, to move on to it, we realized some of these fraudulent activities that had to be rectified to avoid a backlash from that situation. And so that is what caused the delay and the backlog. With regards to disbursements, yes, as soon as possible. And all this process, as I mentioned, in terms of rectifying, in terms of ensuring that we have the right details of people. Because the situation we don't want is the backlash of, yes, we've received the information, we haven't verified Momo numbers, we release the Momo, and you call and say it was sent to the wrong person. And so as much as possible, there's actually a lot more checks than we had assumed in terms of the work because there were so many wrong Momo numbers. The other challenge was people were in a rush to complete the application forms and put a lot of numbers. So when we moved it on to take a look at it, we realized that the numbers did not correspond with some of the names we had in the system. And that would have also caused another backlash if we had rushed through the process to do what it is that we were doing. As much as possible as well, we actually also waited to the last few weeks because as much as possible, we wanted to see as many more people who wanted to apply to come so there would be a fair process so we could see as much and then be able to make and take an informed decision based on the numbers. Assuming we had gone in the first week and given everybody and realized that there were a lot more or better applications that could come at the end of it. So to be more fair in the process, we had to wait a bit more to do that. As soon as possible, and I can guarantee that, the first leg of the disbursements, and in view of making sure that the right processes are put in place and to ensure that it gets to the right people, we're looking at a two-step system where their DOM loans, which is the micro loans, would immediately start being transferred and sorted to the beneficiaries. Then from there, in terms of the larger loans that take a bit more assessment, we shall make those assessments as much as possible.